I believe we're live. Hello, everyone. And wherever you are watching, whenever you are watching, hello, my name is Katie, and welcome to the channel. If this is your first video that you're ever watching, I'm excited to be sharing something I'm really not only passionate about, excited about, but also, um, so excited and so passionate about it that I want to share it with you. So on May 24th, 2023, at 7 p.m. Eastern, I will be hosting a free workshop training that is all around freedom. And freedom is something that in the last few months I have gotten to be face to face with. Not only face to face with freedom itself, but also face to face with all the things that were stopping me from being free and all of the limitations that I was putting in front of myself. For someone like me who, doesn't have hands and who has a lot of physical struggles, it is pretty common for people to look at me and say, "Oh, of course, like she is like a great example of freedom because she can do really cool things even though she doesn't have hands." And yet, for me, freedom has been so much more about my mental conversations and my emotional conversations and how that influences my choices than my physical condition. And I think that this is, based on the many, many conversations and many opportunities I've had to serve and support people in my life, I have seen this to be the case of many, many other people. And maybe this resonates with you. It's not so much about your circumstances, it's about how you are handling your circumstances, how you're being about them, how you are relating to them. Sometimes we don't see this when we're in the midst of a really difficult space. We see the circumstances as the enemy. We see the circumstances as the thing that is getting in the way. And yet it's like, okay, how did I get here? What were the things that contributed to me being here? So, that is something that we're really going to lay out in this workshop. And it's going to be an incredible opportunity for all of us to create freedom in our lives, to create freedom in our relationships. I got to tell you, in the last few months, I've had some crazy, crazy stuff happen in my relationships. And I say crazy because they were unexpected, they were difficult, it blows my mind even now to think about all of the things that have happened, people that I have, relationships I've walked away from, people that I have lost, that have passed away, that have walked away, relationships that have changed in dynamic, that has been like a source of like grief to like deal with and look at and be loving and gracious and gentle around. Yeah, it's been a lot of stuff. And I know many of you who watch this channel, and I know many of you have these things that are coming up for you around your relationships, and not only your relationship with other people, but your relationship with your own body and your own life and what is going on in your life and the circumstances that you are face to face with every single day. So, if this is something that really resonates for you, I want to hear about it. Even if you can't make May 24th at 7 p.m. Eastern, I want to hear what freedom means to you. So put it down in the comments. Go find me on social media. I'm Katie Stowe everywhere you find me. And go let me know, what does freedom mean to you? And where are the blocks for you around being free and standing in everything that means for you? For me, a big thing around freedom has been having autonomy of choice, that freedom of choice, right? And like some choices for me are, some choices for me are not great choices, and some choices potentially are. And, you know, making choices is highly influenced by your value system and what you believe is true for you and true for you living in the world, right? So, I think that that's a huge thing that we get to look at that often we miss. It's not just about doing whatever I want to do when I want to do it. It's about understanding that I can make a choice and there are going to be consequences and results from every choice I make. So I get to choose my choice knowing that I am also responsible for the consequences of my choice. when you come from that space, you have freedom because you know that those are your consequences to own. And some consequences feel really great, and some consequences don't feel so great. And you're the one making the choice. You are responsible. I know for me, and maybe some of you relate to this, I found myself in very codependent relationships where I feel emotionally attached or dependent to the other person. And I defer my choice, I defer my preferences, and I defer my values to the other person. I thought this was something that I did because I cared about people. And maybe it came from that place on the surface level, but underneath all of that, there was this space of, I don't actually trust my own value system. I don't actually trust that I will make the choices that I get to make that are responsible for me. That, like, there was this space of, like, other people know best. Other people know what choices I should make. Some of you are doing this to yourself. You're making choices based on other people's opinions of you, and people pleasing your way to exhaustion, burnout, frustration, overwhelm, anxiety. And it's time to create something different. What if you created something different around your life? What if you created freedom in your choices? What if you owned why you are making the choices you're making? And that is just the like tiniest point of what we're going to be leaning into in this workshop on May 24th at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's a approximately 3-hour training, and it's going to be incredible. It's going to be interactive. It is going to have you be in a space of exploration. It's going to have you bringing your stories and bringing the things that you are dealing with into a space that is safe, that is curious, and that is actually going to have you move in a direction that supports you. So I'm really excited about this workshop, and I'm excited to be getting to like facilitate a training around freedom because it's been such a huge part of my awareness and the changes that I've made in my life. And um it is so much like, if you look at the picture on my YouTube channel, like, that is the space that I'm in, like, just total freedom, and just like vibrancy, joy, and passion, and also like feeling and allowing myself to feel and allowing myself to move through my feelings and my emotions. And that is so freeing to be able to create the space for both. So, if you are like me and you would love to live in a life where you have choice and you have freedom and you see what you get to create and you move towards it and you notice where you get stuck and where you hold yourself back and where you limit yourself, then this workshop is for you. I'm very, very excited about this. This has like been something that has been a 6-month plus journey for me about, really creating from a space of freedom. And I'm excited to be bringing you guys in, a total of 3 hours. So cannot wait to see you there. The link is in the description, and I will see you on the next video.